a what? Fool. Not only that, it said you are a moron. Who said that? The Bible said that. So that same person did just say, fool. We don't believe in God. Who woke you up this morning? I didn't do it. Who put you to sleep last night? I didn't do it. Who called you to come out of church this morning? I didn't do it. So now you're going to tell me you got so educated and so sophisticated that no God. So remember, people believe in something, but they don't believe in God. Everybody have believed in something, but they don't believe in God. You believe when you sit down today, what's going to happen? That bitch is going to hold. Did you believe that? You believe when you got up this morning and got in your car and turned to stop. What you believe? It's going to pray. So that means everybody believes in something, but do you believe in? Do you believe in God? That's what we got to believe in. We got to believe in the cross. And there's a question. I have it. You don't have one. Here's one for you. Think about your own conversion story. What moved you to finally accept the gospel? What did it take to win you to the kingdom? Your conversion. Think about the day that you was converted. What moved you to be converted? Well, like I got started here. I tell you what moved me. My mother put me on that bench, and that's that motor bench. And she told me, sit on that motor bench. Now, I told you last week, I got on Sunday night, I got up Sunday night. But she put me right back on that motor bench. So what that happened? That began to dwell in my head. That began to build up in me that there was a God. You was taught there was a God somewhere. So from that teaching right there, I became a man. And I still realize there's a God somewhere. Because the same God brought me from that day, brought me where I am right now. The same God that brought you from the bench that you was on, brought you where you are right now. So that's what that question asked. What was your conversion? What made you do that conversion from what you were? Sometimes we be doing out there so wrong, then we begin to start doing right. So who began to work on you? That's when God began to move on you, when He started changing from what you were to what you are right now. Can't nobody do that for who? Can't nobody do it for God. Nobody can do that for God. And that's what this question asks us. And then, I believe you got another. Anybody else? Miss Tracy? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Now, what did that tell me? Sometimes when God starts working on you and let you see really how tough things can be, what do you go to? You go to God. When things get bad in your life, you have tried everybody. You have tried Miss Rudolph. You have tried Brother Rudolph. You have went to the doctor. You have tried everybody. But then you realize, I need to try, he said, the balls. And when I tried the balls, what happened? He said, let me go back. He said, you didn't try the ball. Now, some of them pass the ball, they go to little other stuff. All that. But when they're all going down, who you need to go back to? Go back to who? The cross. Take it to the cross. You know, this morning we're going to take everything to the cross. Now, since we continue going to the cross, anybody else? So let's go to the next one. The next one says, since we have faith. Now, let's go into what we got here. Read it. Give me that thing.
For the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom.
Look what it says right there. I have to have a sign. What are you talking about to have a sign? Well, let me see. When Moses went to Pharaoh, I believe he had a rod in his hand. And he told him to do what that rod. Stretch out that rod. What did that rod turn into? A serpent. So that wasn't what? They want to see a sign. Okay? They had to see a sign. Not all of that. When Moses got down to the Red Sea, what happened there? He stretched out the rod. What happened? It parted. And what did they want to see? They want to see a sign. They all want to see a sign. What do we want to see today? A sign. Lord, if I'm saved, let the sun go down right now. Right? If I'm saved, what are you looking for? You're looking for a sign. Who was the sign for? The sign is not for us. The sign was for Israel. Paul was telling them what God said, and they all wanted a sign. Now, if they wanted a sign, and we still looking for a sign, Lord, if I'm saved, let my son come in. Your son don't come in. So what happened? You ain't saved. What are you looking for? A sign. Sign is not for us. We don't look for sign. Where is our sign? Right there on the cross. Who is the sign? Jesus. What did he do? He died. That's the sign right there. I don't need a sign. All I need to have a little what? How much faith? How much faith do you need? Mustard seed. That's all you got to have. You got to have faith. What's the faith? That he died. And what happened? That's the only sign you need. And then look what they said. If they need a sign, then it says 23. What it says in 23?
But we preach Christ crucified unto the Jews a stumbling block, and unto the Greeks foolish.
Wait a minute. I need a sign to show me. The Greek said, wise is foolish. What's foolish about it? I tell you, the foolish about what they said, what? This man died. This man rose. Who did he die for? He died for us. You mean to tell me a man gonna die on this cross for me, and he gonna save me? What that is? Foolish. Because we know that this man died to do what? Save us. I'm talking about the Christian folks now. I'm not talking about the one folks in the world. I'm talking about Christian folks. That's what they're saying. One want a sign. The other said it was a stumbling block. Why it was a stumbling block? Because you telling me something that I don't believe in. That's in my way. What does a stumbling block do? Get in your way. One want a sign. So here we are right here. I just said, when I read this lesson here, I just couldn't help but say this lesson is a good lesson. And then not only that, when we get to the next part, read what that lesson tell us.
But unto them which are called, both Jews and Greeks, Christ the power of God and the wisdom of God.
Paul is talking to them. To them are called. Who are called? We are called. Where are we called from? We called from our simple ways, called our Savior. That's where we call from. But to them that are called, he's talking about us. To them that are called, what do we have? Wisdom. Where do we get that wisdom from? We get that wisdom from God. We're not talking about that wisdom that makes you so smart that you don't know God. We're talking about that wisdom that God gives you. When they say wisdom comes from God, that's the wisdom we talking about. Not the wisdom they ask. Remember this lesson said wisdom and foolishness. What was that wisdom? Wisdom, they want knowledge, not from God. The foolishness was there's no God. So what he said, that's how the two words came together. Wisdom and foolishness. So right here, the same thing. Look what we got there. And me, what we got?
Because the foolishness of God is wiser than me, and the wickedness of God is stronger than me.
What is he talking about? The foolishness of God is wiser than me. What is he talking about? What are they saying? The foolishness of God is when he sent his son Jesus to what? Die on the cross. That's foolish. That's foolish. Why would a man die for you? He loves you. That's why he died. If you go back to the Old Testament, nobody in the Old Testament could do it. They all tried. They all had what? Fault. Here come a man that had no fault. And what did that man that had no fault do? He died. Who did he die for? He died. Who is it? Right there. The man on the cross. He died for. And what they said, that's just foolish. You mean tell me you're going to give up your life to somebody else? This man done no wrong. But he died. This man done no wrong. He died to save us. And I began to look at that thing and kind of think about what this man did. Not only did that man die, but something about that dying. You know, when preachers get to preaching and they get at the end of their sermon, why do they always take us? To the cross. Why do you think they take us to the cross? To let us know what? He died. Not only did he die, but what did he do? He rose again. What do I go to? I go to the cross. When I have trouble in my life, what do I go to? I go to the cross. You know, when things get bad in your life, what do you go to? You go to the cross. And when I go to the cross, who is in the middle of that cross? Christ. They had three, but I'm talking about the man where? In the middle. That's the one you go to. When you have all kind of trouble in your life, children go wrong, wife do you wrong, husband do you wrong, your father do you wrong, everything do you wrong. What do you need to go to? Go to the cross. Because when I go to the cross, what the song said, he is there. When is he there? All the time. So that means I can go to the cross 24/7. And who am I going to get my response from? On the cross. This lesson today is about the cross. You know, it got so good to me, I decided to move on to the next one. Anybody else want to go to the cross while we talk? You don't want to go to the cross? Wait, I got a question for you. The question said, share a favorite experience that God empowered you to overcome. What earthly will had failed? That's good. What caused your earthly thing that caused you to fail? What experience you got? Somebody got experience that caused you to fail? Yeah, nobody got experience that caused you to fail. You've been good all the time. You never failed in your life. God had never done it. Talk to me. Listen to someone else and they leave you totally wrong. That's a good one. Got a lot of it. I hear somebody talking to me. Do I hear somebody? What your faith that caused you to go to the cross? What faith caused you to go to the cross? Just me. Sometimes my church calls us to go to the cross. And they still cause me to go to the cross. My job, I'm tired now. But your job calls you to go to the cross. Your boss may cause you to go to the cross. When I go to the cross, he said your friend, Pastor said, your friend, the enemy, they cause you to go to the cross. Now think about it. A lot of things in your life cause you to go to the cross. But when I go to the cross, what I always remember, who is listening? Christ is listening. That sounds like Christ is a listening. Because when I go to the cross, I go sincere to the cross. I need to go to the cross by myself. Sometimes I get away from my wife when I want to go to the cross. Because I know once I go to the cross, what happened to the cross? The blood. What blood was it? The blood of Jesus. When that blood of Jesus comes streaming down, what was that blood for? That blood was for me and I wasn't even born. That blood was for you and you weren't even born. But where did the blood come from? The cross. It had to be that way. So when you get burdened in your problem, what did you go to? Go to the cross. That's what we got to go. This lesson, Paul telling them, you need to go to the cross. And they say that's foolish. But we know that's not foolish. What I said, they say it, because this is about day right here. So here we are. We have to go to the cross. When? Wow. Let's go to the last one then. All right? Read it. What we got?
So ye see you call your brother, how not man, many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called.
What he's saying, the little people, God used the little people. What I said again, the people with the PhDs, the people with the masters, with all that good stuff that they have, they look over the little folks. But what they tell us, the little folks are the one that God used to get to the big folks. So the little wise one, he used those people right there. So that's what I like about that when he said right there. The noble one. How many of you all were born rich? Y'all see that? Y'all see them? How many of y'all was born wealthy? Y'all see them? But what I do know, that our God is what? Our God is able, and our God is rich. So I don't have to be born rich to accept who? God. I don't have to be rich to accept God. I accept God just what? Just as I am. When you accept Him just like you are, what happens? That richness. But you got to what? Have a little what? Have a little faith. This lesson is all about faith. He was telling them, you don't have to believe what they tell you. You believe what I tell you about God. Because those people, those well-educated, everybody. I call myself well-educated. But I can't save you. Can't nobody save you but what? God knows somebody can save you. He was telling them that. Don't listen to him. Remember, Paul had left. And he got a word what happened to his church. That's the same thing here. Paul left unbelief. Have you noticed back in the day? Let's go back. When Brother Tyler Paul passed, it's some people that left church. Why would they leave church? Why would they leave church? Because they loved their pastor and didn't love who? God. That's it right there. What happened? Paul had left. And what happened? They went back to what they was doing. So Reverend Tyler passed. Well, I can't go back to church. Reverend Tyler, he's gone. So who will you worship? Who you worship? You're not worshiping who? God. You worship who? Pastor. You have people say that. My pastor left. What am I going to do? I'm going to leave and follow my pastor. You need to follow the what? Follow the word. The word is what's going to save you, not the pastor. The pastor can take you to the cross all your life. If you don't believe and have a little faith, you will not make it. You got to have faith. So that's what that was saying, those right back there. All the Western folks. Read.
But God had chosen the foolish things of the world to confuse the wise, and God had chosen the weak things of the world to confirm the things which are mighty.
God chose the foolish thing. What was the foolish thing? That he sent his son to die for us on the cross. What did they say? That was foolish to them. The foolish thing of the world. The world said that's foolish to them for him to do like that. But what God said, he chose the weak thing. They said that was weak because his son died on the cross. Can you imagine that? They said God was weak because his son died. He sent his son to die. So God, if you're so strong, why did you let your son die? Why did you let your son die if you're so strong? That's what the question they said. They said that's weak. But God said, I let him die to save us. I let him die to save what? You. I could have prevented it. But I came down and said, God was Jesus. In the flesh, he came down in this old wicked world just to do what? To save us. I like that. Not me, not you, but what? Us. He came down to save us. That's what he said on that verse right there. He said, those people talking about how foolish that was. And read them. What we got for the next one?
And great things of the world, and things which are desired, take God to you, and things which are not, to bring not things that are.
The basic things of this world. They said God despised that stuff. What is that despise? God despised sin. What is sin? Anything you do that's not what God said. That's sin. What is it? God despised those sins. So you mean to tell me if I curse a little bit, he despised it. You mean to tell me if I cheat a little bit on my wife? But what the word said? The word says all right. The word said I can drink a little bit. The word said this. The word said I can smoke a little bit. The word said I can curse a little bit. And what I like about the word, if I got my wife and I got my woman and I got this woman right here, the word said I'm a play. Why am I playing? Why am I playing? Because I got 3 good women, and the world said I'm gonna play. So what to do? I accept what the word said. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna pass him what God said. What God said. What are you doing? You committing what? Sin. You committing adultery, but the word said, don't worry about adultery. God gonna save you. That's what the word tells us. Despise it. God what? He despised that kind of stuff. God despised a two-faced person. You can't love God and love Satan. God didn't even love Satan himself. How do you know? And what happened? Satan came down 1/3 of him. Because Satan wanted to be like God. So God despised sin. No matter how the world says okay to do it, God said it's not okay. Now who are you going to follow? Are you going to follow the world or are you going to follow God? You're going to follow God. Wait, that's if. If you are a Christian, if you want to be saved, you got to follow who? God. And really, what the next chapter? The next 2.
There is no flesh to glory in his presence. Keep on.
Go ahead.
But we are in Christ Jesus, who of God is ready to his wisdom, and righteousness, and
Sanctification.
and redemption.
Look what it says. No flesh. So that means if I'm in the flesh, what happened? I can't make it. You can't make it in the flesh. What is it? You have to come out the flesh and come into the spiritual world. But it just told us that if you're in the flesh, you can't make it to God. And then it says, but no flesh will be in glory, but of him, Christ Jesus, will God made unto this will and righteousness and sanctification of redemption. Look how it explains them. Righteousness, sanctification, and redemption. Where do we get that from? We get it from Jesus. Look what we got from Jesus. You get those things from Jesus. So I can't get those things from the world. The world don't give me those things. What does the world give me? Sin. Sin. I love it. The world give me sin. I love the world because they give me sin. Sin will not get you to heaven. Sin will only get you where? To hell. And read what the last chapter.
That according as it is written, he that glory, let him glory in the Lord.
He that glory, let him glory Lord. I know for myself, I got this job. What's wrong with that? Yes. I know for myself, I got this wife. What's wrong with that? Mostly, everything about who? Self. I know this woman I got her. I look good to somebody. Oh, I ain't in her. So, what is that? Self. I'm gonna tell you about it. How people look in the mirror. Woo! Oh, look at that. Who is that? Self. What he said? Give no praise to self. Give it all to who? Thank God I look this way. At 70 years old, I still can run. At 70 years old, I still can walk. At 70 years old, I still got my right mind. Who gave me that? God gave it to me. I didn't do it myself. God gave it to me. So that's what you ought to be thinking. Whatever you are in life, don't claim it. Give it all to who? Give it all to God. Don't take no credit for what you do. Give it all to who? God. When you give it to God, what does he get? The glory. This morning, you people who missed it, we had a prayer this morning and went to him. So he didn't do it. Who did? God gave it to him. God put it on his heart. When you tell me, oh, you talk about, no, I didn't. God allowed me to teach. Whatever you do, you show me say, no, I can't. God allowed me and gave me this book. What do? We want to take all praise. I got this degree. No, I didn't. Who gave me that degree? God allowed me to get that degree. Give it all to God. Because God said he don't want to be sucking in your life. What does he want to be? First in your life. Whatever comes your way, make sure God is number one. Because there's God, there's no number two. So this morning, I hope you all enjoy what's going to the cross. Because that's not what we're going to make it in the cross. Now, I'm going to sit myself down.